Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in the last video I finished designing this selection tick, selection icon, whatever. So now we're gonna render our two buttons. So now let's render our two buttons, which are gonna be create and cancel. So just write down below our users array, below our scrollable feed, we're gonna render a new div, right? So let's just give all these class names, which are gonna be margin top of auto, align items center, align items end, excuse me, border info, right? And padding y of 2, padding x of 3, border top, and DLG block was it, and also the chat input, our custom class which we created, right? So inside this div I want to say another class, another div, and which is going to be our display flex row reverse. Then inside this we need to have a button. This button is also gonna have a class name, surprise surprise there, btn danger. This is gonna be our cancel button. So why am I writing our danger button first is because it's a row reverse, so it's gonna be on reverse order. That's why our danger button is first, right? So button name, obviously it's going to be cancel, and also let's put an icon, which is going to be fa and fa close, I think. Yeah. So the next button, let's just copy this because I'm lazy, and this is going to be success, right? And obviously this is going to say create, and this is going to say fa close, not fa close, it's going to be fa check. Let's see how this looks. There we go, nice and easy, create and cancel. Let's put these as capital, small letters. Nice, there we go. Now I did do this hard coded in the last video, but we need to put an on click event on this. So when we click this, then and only then it gets selected. So let's write that functionality. I'm gonna go over here inside this. I'm gonna say on click, right? And for this, I'm gonna say a pointer event. I'm gonna say this dot select, select user, and I'm gonna pass in our user object inside. Splendid. Now let's write this function. Let's say select user, right? This is gonna have our user inside here, right? So what do we want to do first? First, I want to find my user, right? Whatever this object is inside, whatever object we are passing over here, I need to find it inside my users array, inside our state, right? So we are going to need to import or declare a constant of users inside here as well. So first I need to find my user, then I need to check if this user has is selected property, right? So if not, then I need to add or push that push user as a group member, and if yes, then if the user is already selected, then I'm deselecting, then I need to remove from the members array. Right, there we go. And then obviously we need to set state, update, whatever, update state makes sense, update state. So this is roughly what we want to do. So let's start doing that. First I want to import our users. So I'm going to make a clone. I'm going to say dot this dot state dot users. There we go. So we now have a clone, and I'm going to say data equals this is going to be an object, right? So dot this dot state dot data. There we go. So first I need to find the user, right? So how do we do this? We already have the users object, so I'm just going to say constant, not constant, say users dot find index, right? So here it's gonna have loop through our users, and I'm going to say user dot user id equals selected user, I think, dot user id. Now we don't have this selected user, or was it user? Actually has to be selected user, right? Because we cannot put this user over here. Anyway, yeah, selected user, whatever, right? So this is gonna return our user index. So let's just say user index, right? So that stuff is done. So if this user has is selected prop, we need to check. So check if this user has a selected prop, right? So I'm going to say constant user. Let's get the user object itself, right, from our array, and let's say constant is selected equals user dot is selected. So now we need to check if this user has selected prop. Let's just put this above because it makes sense over here. Check if the user has a selected prop. This is gonna be down. Sorry, I'm making a mess. So if is selected exists in this user property, right, this user object, if this exists, let's just write an else part. If it doesn't exist, right, so user dot is selected, we're gonna set this property as true, and we're gonna say data dot members. Or actually I haven't put members over here. We need to put members, because members makes a lot of sense, because group members, all the users are typically members. So data dot members dot push, right? So this is going to be user. I want to push that user. If this is selected is already true, then first we need to set, oh sorry, user dot is selected equals false, right? And then I want to remove all these members. So if yes, then remove from the arrays, right? So this condition falls up top. If not, then I need to put this condition over here, right? So then to remove from our members array. So let's say data dot, let's filter data dot members dot filter. Now what condition are we going to put in inside over here? We're going to say member, that's going to point to a function, member dot user id, not user index, user id not equals user dot user ID, right? If this only filter my members wherein this member is not equals to the user which I have deselected. Hope that made sense. So now let's reassign this members equals members, not menu bar, members. There we go. Data dot members equals, ooh, I need to, it's gonna return, actually it's gonna return a new one, so I need to declare members, right? Makes sense. There we go. Nice and easy. Now let's update our state and let's remove all these comments because it's going to be unnecessary to keep this. So set state, first we need to set our data, right? Whatever our members we have updated or pushed, whatever the selection process is, and then it's going to be our users. We're going to update our users, right? Because we are putting this property is selected true or false. Now depending on this, we are going to put a condition inside, where is it, I'm going to put a condition inside here, right? So this is supposed to be members names, actually user dot is selected, it's supposed to be user dot is selected, right? If it's selected, then I want to put the class is selected, otherwise don't put anything. And also I need to put a condition over this icon class as well, so user dot is selected double and then I need to paste our icon over here. So this is pretty much it. Let's check if this is superbly working or not. So right now we don't have any user selected, as you can see. Now let's check off. Yep, this is working splendidly. Now if you can see over here, we still have this create button activated. So even if I do press this and we are not selected anything or put the group name over here, this should not be validated correctly. So let's put some sort of validation over here. Right, so inside our create, I'm going to say disabled, right? I want this to be disabled if name equals not empty, and also or members, right? Members dot length equals 0. So we have not imported members on the top. Let's include that. There we go. This should do the trick. There we go. We don't have we have the create button disabled now. Let's check this. See, it's still not letting me create. Now if I put the Avengers, see, our create icon is now not disabled. So that's it for this video. Our validation is splendidly working, our users are getting selected properly, and now in the next video I'm gonna implement the create group function. Once we click this create group button, excuse me, and also in the next video we're gonna toggle this group component. I'm gonna cancel this whatever group creation activity we have over here. If I want to cancel this whole thing, then we're gonna have to implement toggle function over here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.